This video explains PCA in most simplified way with related mathematical concepts. Contents of this video are dimensionality reduction, mean, variance and covariance, eigenvectors and eigenvalues, and principal component analysis. Dimensionality reduction is a process to transform data from higher dimensional space to a lower dimensional space without losing significant information. Here these data points are represented in a 3D space which are being transformed on a 2D space. Consider these data points in 2D space. Let's project these data points on this wall. Here's the projected data points on the wall. Can we find a better direction of the wall for better representation of these data points? Seems good. Let's compare both projections. We can see that points on this wall are clearly separable as compared to this wall. The objective of PCA is to find the best direction for maximum separability of the points. Hence we can select this wall for projection. Let's consider these data points from different sets 258, 069. We can see that mean for both the data sets is same. Do you need additional parameters? Yes. To distinguish between these two sets, we can use the spread of the data sets. Here we can see that the spread of this data set is less as compared to the spread of this data set. Variance is the measure of the deviation of the data items from the mean. It is a measure of variability. It is calculated by taking the average of square deviation from the mean. The deviation of each data point by subtracting mean from it and square it and find sum of all such square deviation and then find the average. As you can see here that 5 is the mean of the data set and this point 2 is deviated by minus 3 from mean and 8 is deviated from mean by 3. So we are calculating the variance by first subtracting mean from each of the data point 2 minus 5, 5 minus 5, 8 minus 5 and then square it 9, 0 and 9 and then find the mean of this summation 18 by 3 that is 6. So variance for the first data set is 6 and for the second data set is 13.66. So we can see that the variance is capable of distinguishing between these two data sets. Now what about variance of data in 2D space? Data points in a 2D space, we calculate the variances in both the directions. We calculate X variance and Y variance separately. Suppose these are the two data sets. We can calculate X variance and Y variance for both the data sets and find that both the variances are same for both the data sets. Yes, here even the variance is not working for these two data sets. Here comes the covariance in the picture. Covariance is a measure of relationship between two random variables. Just find product of the coordinate values. Minus 2 times 1 is minus 2, 0 times 0 is 0, 2 times minus 1 is minus 2. Covariance is defined as the sum of product of the deviations in X and Y directions and then we find the mean. Here the covariance of this data set is minus 4 by 3 and covariance of this data set is plus 4 by 3. So now it is working. So we can see that covariances of these two data sets are different whereas the variances were the same. For example, consider these three data sets. The first data set is having negative covariance because increment in one variable is decreasing the other variable. Covariance of this data set is almost 0 because changing the value of X is not significantly changing the value of Y. Covariance of this data set is positive because both the variables X and Y are increasing or decreasing simultaneously. A covariance matrix represents the covariances of each pair of variables in the data set. First entry is the covariance of XX, second entry is the covariance of XY, and third entry is the covariance of XZ and so on. In the diagonal of this matrix, we can see that the covariances of a variable is computed with itself, which is called the variance. Covariance of xx is actually the variance of x. Covariance of yy and covariance of zz are also variances of y and z respectively. This matrix is also symmetric because covariance of xy is equal to the covariance of yx, and covariance of xz will be equal to the covariance of zx. Next important concept is the transformation. So first let us see the transformation in the one-dimensional data. Consider a function fx equals 2x plus 3. Let us consider 2 as an example, which is being transformed using this function. This function is transforming 2 to 7. Now transformation is 2D space. As we have seen in the previous slide, there was a function which was transforming a data item from one place to another. For a 2D data item, we use a transformation matrix to transform the data items. X is a vector which has these two components, and this vector is being transformed using this transformation matrix. Consider this point minus 2, 2. The projection of this point in x dash space is here using this transformation. This is another point which is projected here. Now we can move to the eigenvectors. This is a square in a 2D space. Consider these three vectors represented by green, orange and purple colors. Let us transform this square by stretching it in the vertical direction. After transformation, observe that the green vector is unchanged. Purple vector has changed its length but retains the direction. Orange vector has changed its length as well as its direction. Here, green and purple vectors are called eigenvectors. Consider this transformation matrix. These are the vectors in X space and their representation in X dash space after this transformation. This is the graphical representation of the vectors. All vectors have changed their directions except vector E and F. These vectors are eigenvectors for the given covariance matrix with a scaling factor lambda. Lambda for vector E is 1 and for F is 11. These are the directions of the eigenvectors. Any vector V for which AV equals lambda V is true are eigenvectors. Consider these 2D data points. We shift the dataset to the center. The new coordinates are xi minus x mean and yi minus y mean for each data point. This is the covariance matrix for the given dataset. These are the eigenvectors for the matrix. The directions and magnitudes of the eigenvectors E1 and E2 are given here. These eigenvectors are ensuring that information contained in the directions of the eigenvectors remain unchanged, and the direction of the maximum variability is the direction of the eigenvector with greatest eigenvalue. Here you can see that the eigenvector for E1 is 11 and that for E2 is 1. Consider vector xj in the original space. The projection of xj in the direction of E1 and E2 are xj dot E1 and xj dot E2. Project all the points on E1 and E2. Projections are shown here. The separability on E1 is better than that of E2. So we drop E2. We have picked here the direction of the greatest eigenvalue, that is E1. These are the steps of the principal component analysis. Calculate the covariance matrix for the given data. Calculate the eigenvectors and eigenvalues for the covariance matrix. Sort the eigenvectors according to their eigenvalues. Drop the least significant eigenvectors which are having smaller eigenvalues. Derive new data coordinates on the new eigenspace of reduced dimensionality. The scalar gji are the coordinates of xj in the new space. Gji equals xj minus x bar dot ei, where gji is the coordinate value in the new eigenspace for the jth vector in the original space, and ei is the ith eigenvector. That's all for today. Thank you.